Hello. This is Brian here from quantlabs.net with Michael. How are you, Michael? We just had a crash on this computer. World's first Apple crash. Unbelievable. So you can see my screen okay? The virtual machine?
Okay, that's okay.
You can see it okay?
I see all. Thank you, Brian.
Okay, cool. Okay, let me just get back that command because it looks like I have to reinstall the GNOME desktop here. So we're gonna have to relaunch that command. So to resume, I'm just getting this sudo apt thing going. Apt get install GNOME shell Ubuntu, and we'll get everybody caught up desktop. Hopefully that will do it. Yep. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're reinstalling or installing on Ubuntu. So dpj was interrupted. Run to correct the problem. Okay. So just give me a second here. Well, it looks like dpkg configure -a. This is the one thing I'm not a big. Oh, dpkg.
DP.
Yeah, dkpk. You know what we should do? Let's screw that. Let's install Redis Server. So you wanted to install Redis Server. So we don't have Redis installed. So what we need to do is we need to do sudo apt, and this is what you tried, what you couldn't get running, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's try get that. Deep was interrupted manually, so I have to run this regardless. Sudo pk dpkg -- configure -a. Let's see if we can correct this error. Great. Oh boy, this crash really messed it up. dpkg. Wow, I don't think we can fix this crash. Oh boy. What shall we do? You know what we could do? We could install the. I don't know what versions of. Let me just check my download folder if I have an old install of a Linux here. Okay, so we're in the downloads. Let me just see what kind of files we've got. Let's see if I have any ISO files to save some time on the download. Yeah, I just got that one I just downloaded, the mini. Okay, so what would you like me to do? I don't want to take up too much of your time to proceed. Do you want me to download? Do you want me to download the and reinstall the Ubuntu server again?
I only have about 20 minutes left.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get very far on the 20 minutes. Even wow, this guy even got. I can see. Let me see if I can go in his root and if that does anything. Okay, so apt get install Redis server. Let's see.
Server.
Each was uninterrupted. Interrupted. You must
Manually run.
Yeah, dpkg. I don't think this will do anything. That crash really ruined everything. Yeah. I mean, I could go try to fix these, but I don't even know what I'm fixing, so I don't want to go down that. Let me see if I have a video to help you out. Okay, so.
Or I probably can find all the clue with all your video on in the internet in order to make the Panda readers work too.
Yeah, I know. My apologies on that. I didn't real. I was pushing a lot of software on this laptop, and that's why.
Hey there,
You,
how's
you're
your training
welcome.
going?
I
What's
can
that?
perform my English.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. What?
I said you're welcome. I can perform my English with you.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see how I'm pretty sure I installed. Okay, so there's two videos we've got here. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to install the desktop version of Ubuntu. Okay, because
Okay.
you install the so you want to install the desktop version, not the server version.
It's a desktop. Desktop.
Yeah, you have server and desktop right here, right?
It's a desktop.
Yeah. If you download the desktop, your life will be much easier.
It's a desktop version.
Yeah, let me just get you the exact one that you need. So back to Google, download Ubuntu Desktop. Okay, so what you want to do is download that version, the Ubuntu Desktop. Okay, and then reinstall using that ISO on your system. If you can, I would hold off, but do everything for now through a virtual machine and VirtualBox. Install that, get the desktop running, and literally, as I said, to install Redis Server, it should be no more difficult than this line, and that should get your
For the dependency on the method.
yeah, it should download the dependencies and get the Ubuntu, or sorry, the Redis server running. Yeah, so like one of these tutorials, like from DigitalOcean, should be able to get you. Actually, no, I wouldn't recommend this tutorial. This one's building it from source. This one right here from askubuntu.com. Yeah, I mean, these are the only 3 lines you need to run. That's it. Those ones highlighted. Do you want? Here, I'll give you the.
Okay. I have wrote it down.
Okay, well, I'll give you the. Where's my chat? Okay, I'll give you.
Hidden.
What's that?
The chat is hidden.
Yeah, it's just I don't know what's going on with this Zoom software. Okay, so you got all that. You should be able to install that cleanly doing all of this. On top of, is this am I picking off another bad Redis? Man. No, we want, yeah, it should be as simple as this. That line right there. I would recommend you to do an update first on once you install the Ubuntu Desktop.
Yes.
Once you install that, install the apt-get update, and then run this, and that should get your that line I just highlighted there should install your Redis server, and then that will also enable you to run Redis server from anywhere, no matter what path you're in, and it should automatically build the path for you, so you don't have to go in and configure all of the programs to make sure it's searchable on your Ubuntu environment. That's number one. And then you want the Redis Desktop Manager. Let me just see if there's a way to install that. Just give me a second here. So Ubuntu apt get install Redis Desktop Manager. I'm hoping. Let's hope that this would.
The first is twice.
Again, I'm just guessing like you would be. Yeah, so see here, the very first thing you need to run is always that sudo apt get update. And then here you install that, as I suggested. And then if you wanted to configure Redis itself in the configuration file, you should be able to run. First, you have to run Redis server itself, and then the Redis client. This guy will be able to connect into the Redis server once you get the Redis server running. Oh, here we go. So here's the instructions on how to do that. So what you got to do is, so I've given you the instructions here in the chat for this link, for this website. So what this website looks
very good.
What's that?
This website looks very good.
Yeah. Well, it's specific for Ubuntu as well. So here, what this line does, this wget, this one right here, that will automatically install the Redis Desktop Manager from
source code.
From the source code, and then it will install the package, the Debian file version of it, and then from there, once you have it on your file system, you should be able to run now the apt get f install, and then just type it and get it running. But you do need to get this program running. You do need the desktop version of Ubuntu, because you need to have the GNOME desktop installed on your Ubuntu environment, because what you were doing is you had the Redis Server Edition, but you didn't have that GNOME desktop installed. So when you try to install the Desktop Manager, it doesn't have the resources it needs to run it. So that's why I'm suggesting you don't download the Ubuntu Server Edition. You want the Ubuntu desktop version. Okay? And then once you get that all installed and configured, I'm hoping that you can run this and then run this cleanly on your Ubuntu environment, and then from there follow these instructions for the Desktop Manager. Make sense?
It makes sense. Clearly.
Yeah, it should be that simple. Run this. Once you install your desktop, your Ubuntu desktop, then you just install the Redis server. I mean, you don't really need to change anything in the configuration or the client. I mean, I'll just keep everything default. And if you run this program, the Redis client that I did earlier, you should be able to run that. And then from there, be able to install the Desktop Manager using these lines here. And it's literally, how many? 6 lines, and that's it. That's why I recommend you use Ubuntu, because it's a very good package manager. And it's dependable, and it installs everything cleanly as it should be. So you don't have to go in and configure all the files and stuff. That's why I suggest it. But that's how you should be able to get it up and running. Or
I agree. It's a great OS.
I think so, just to get you started. But as you get more advanced, I mean, Ubuntu's fine as a Linux distribution, but if you start to worry about safety, privacy, all that sort of stuff, you just change your Linux distribution to something a lot more secure. I mean, Ubuntu's nice. What's that?
To Fedora?
I would think Fedora for now, but if you're advanced, I'd probably try like a BSD, but you got to be really good at Linux or Unix itself. But for now, if you're just starting out, I would start out with Ubuntu, because it's the easiest. And once you get something installed, you're happy with it, and then you can stay on Ubuntu. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a good operating system. But as you build up, let's say, a live trading account, like where it's got $5,000 or $10,000, and you're getting a working strategy, and you're more comfortable at the same time with Linux and the commands within Linux, you may want to look at another distribution. And by the time you get to that point, I bet you there's like 100 different Linux distributions to choose from. There's so many because it changes so fast. Do you know about this website called distrowatch.com? It literally tries to keep track of all the Linux distributions. There's so many of them. But the cool thing about it is it tracks all the most popular Linux distributions. So Mint, Manjaro, Debian, then Ubuntu is the most popular. But Mint right now is the most popular. But Debian's the more pure Linux. And then Ubuntu's for the guys like me and you that are just kind of playing around with it. And then you get the Fedora, as you can see here, this one at number 8. And then even if you wanted to go with OpenSUSE, you could do that as well. Now, the thing is, I find this very interesting. What I'm looking at, there's this OS called TrueOS. I'm a paranoid kind of person, let's say. So if you believe that the NSA or one of the FBI or CIA are spying on you, you can go with this kind of distribution. It's from a company called, can't remember the name. I didn't realize it's this popular. I'm trying to think of the company. I think it's called, just give me a second here. I gotta, there's most secure laptops. So what they do, it's a hardware company out of San Francisco. Yeah, here it is, called Purism. And they're really good. So if you have the money and you want to work with a very secure laptop where nobody can spy on you through spyware or hack you, this is good hardware to work from. They also have a tablet as well. So what they've done is they've got this hardware line on the laptop as well as the tablet, but everything's built off of this OS, this TrueOS. So all I think they're the ones that came out with this TrueOS. I didn't think it's that popular in the top 10. That's quite interesting. Because I think a lot of people are getting tired of working with Windows and even Mac. Well, we just demonstrated today where it crashed. And security is a big deal. So this type of operating system, this Linux TrueOS, is something to watch. It looks like, and the real reason I bet you is because of this company that's behind it, called Purism. And their laptops are somewhat expensive, but they're really good to have because they're very secure and private. They're a fairly new startup. And the other thing is, for me, I'm sorry, I got the OSs mixed up. Yeah, it's called PureOS. Sorry about that. It's not called TrueOS. Yeah, but it doesn't hurt to know about this Purism company, anyways. Yeah, so I was off on that. I got confused between the two. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that PureOS may be actually built off of TrueOS. I can't remember. But leading into this, there's so many different Linux distributions. It's within 6 months it's all going to change again. But if you want my opinion, and you start going live trading and whatnot, you may want to look into this company called Purism.
Purism.
Yeah, they're really good. And they only use open source. And as I said, because if you go with the JForks from Duca's copy and it runs on Java, you can easily run, I'm sure, JForks on this Linux, this PureOS. And apparently the Pure OS is supposed to be, I believe, open source. But they're the ones that sponsored the Purism. Oh, before I forget, Purism, I've had a lot of problems with my iPhone as well. I mean, literally, Apple's gone downhill over the last 3 to 6 months, and I've been watching this Purism. So they're bringing out a new phone for the Purism line, but it's a new phone running Pure OS. And I was watching the interview from the guy, the CEO, and he says that the phone will be built around Wi-Fi, not an actual physical hardwired phone line through your cell provider. It's going to be an interesting direction in where it goes as more and more people start to get fed up with the Facebook and Google and Apple spying on you, and Microsoft. So I do think this will be an interesting company to watch.
A great thing to keep in mind.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll be Purism themselves, but I'll tell you this: I'd rather focus on a hardware company not from the States, but if it's, let's say, built out of a company called, like, out of Switzerland, let's say, where they do genuinely protect customers of companies because of the privacy laws they have there. And if there was a hardware company coming out of Switzerland that made the equivalent of Purism, but out of Switzerland that I could trust, I would definitely go with a hardware company like that. But because these guys are out of the U.S. and San Francisco, I'd still be a little leery because I don't know. I'm a pretty paranoid kind of person, but what can happen is you order a computer from Amazon or eBay or even, let's say, Dell. You order it through their website, and the NSA or whoever can intercept the computer, put their little devices on there, and then you wouldn't know, and then they let the shipment go, and you would receive it. And I'm not saying they do that, but I mean, these are sort of things that scare me in terms of when you order from these big companies. But if it's coming out of Switzerland, I don't think they'll monkey around with shipments because they won't have access. But if it's coming out of the U.S., I'd be really leery on that because the CEO talks about that, where he was saying that if you order something from Dell and they suspect you during that shipment process, they can pull the order, open up the computer, put their what do they call it, implants, hardware implants into the computer. You wouldn't know. Put the computer back together again and ship it out as if it's coming directly from Dell or wherever. You know what I mean? So I don't think a lot of companies or the government would do that. But with what I'm seeing with cryptocurrencies, I don't know, man. I'm just seeing weird things the government's going to do. And when it comes to computer hardware, who knows? Would they put these implants in the hardware when you order it? So I don't know.
All right.
Going to be an interesting time over the next couple of years. I do think people will get fed up with it though. When it comes to spying, with Google and Facebook right now.
Yeah.
But it's also.
I have to leave you.
What's that?
I have to leave you.
Okay, man.
Someone call me.
I understand. The wife, probably.
The children too.
What's that?
The children too.
Oh, I see. Well, hopefully I helped you out, man.
Yeah.
Sorry about the computer crash there from Apple. But
you're welcome.
Yeah, I'm welcome. But hopefully, the steps I've given you help you out at least for your issue.
I hope so. I'm certain it looks very good.
Okay, well, let me know wherever else I can help you. We can do another one of these calls. All right.
And this call.
Yeah, we'll do another one of these for you.
Oh yeah, of course. If you want to go to do another question one-on-one?
Yeah, I'll help you wherever I can. It just saddens me that we lost the first hour or so that we had. That was a good session.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
So is it okay if I put this up on YouTube?
You're welcome. That's okay.
I can. Yeah, I could do that. Okay. Well,
I could be very famous after with my.
Well, we can definitely do that. Give you an identity and.
With my poor accent English.
No. It's actually really good, dude. I was in Quebec last week. It's yeah, you're really good.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. You're able to effectively converse with me. No problem.
Yeah. I try.
No, you are. You're doing pretty good at it. But
during each session, I will upgrade my English.
No, it's good. Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Anyways, I guess you gotta go.
Yes.
Is there anything else I can help you out with, or?
I have all that I have. I have all that I have to set up my Ontario system.
Yeah.
And go on to the other courses.
Yeah. Well, you got my email though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And you're very fast in response.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Very good support.
Oh, no problem, man. I love doing this. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to start scaling it back because I got a lot of people that are not members, and I can only focus on guys like you because you're a member.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely help you out wherever I can. But check out Duca's copy. You may end up liking it with the J4X.
I really give it a try when Redis is on.
Yeah. But hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll have something for you. You could try fooling around with some code and whatnot with a J4X strategy that you can connect into Redis once you get that set up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it will change your world. I promise you that.
I cross my fingers.
Oh, I think you already know it. Yeah.
You know to buy a Purism.
Yeah. But wherever I can help you out, you just let me know, all right?
Okay.
You got my email. We'll do another one of these sessions if you need.
Oh, don't tell me that. Each week we're going to have a coach one-on-one.
Well, who knows? I'm
to perform and go quicker.
Yeah. No, well, hey, man, you've come a long ways, it sounds like. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways,
thank you.
No problem. I'll talk to you soon then, eh?
See you soon.
Okay, have a good day. See you, man.
Have a good day.
Yeah, okay, Matt. Thanks. You too. Have a good night.
Bye. Thank you.